Hello, MonstersAbound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, the Warden the Paunch, Part 7 of my Grom campaign. Last time, we came up against the Dwarves. Yes, that's right, they're small, hairy, pink, and as tall as they are wide. They're basically the chodes of the Warhammer world, and they cock-blocked us, unfortunately, and we can't get past them. I probably should have got Lightning Strike on Grom, that would help. You know what else? I'm going to wait one more turn. I'm going to get Azhag in, and then once we've got Azhag in, I'm hoping to lure... How they keep spotting me, I don't know. Because they don't have any agents nearby. They shouldn't be able to. I think armies can spot, but they've got a much lower chance. Usually it's when there's loads of agents around, they can spot you. But quite what the spotting mechanics are has never actually been explained to anyone, as far as I don't think anyone knows. I think it might be one of those things where no one actually knows what the calculations are for spotting ambushing armies. I legit think that it was put into the game and now no one knows where that code is. That would be my guess. So quite how that works, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be able to get the ambush there. And Scarlet's gone on a bit of a rampage, and Me too, and the scheme is don't, under any circumstances, auto-resolve a battle with squig hoppers in it, because auto-resolve is not friendly to the old squigs. No siree. I could get... If I get rid of you... You have armor sundering. We'll get you in. I could merge you and get rid of you, and then we could get you. Bosh. Okay. Yeah. And then we can skedaddle over here and do some raiding and do some replenishment. There we go. That gets us on the move a little bit faster. Fantastic. Like that a lot. Okay. So let's see if we can break past these goddamn dwarves. Good. You are not set on the wolf properly, but never mind. Apparently that's going to be fixed in the patch that will be coming soon. Because I'm recording ahead of time. So, I mean, I suspect by the time this video comes out, they will have patched it. It'll be fine. But, yeah, that has been marked as an issue. So that's good. As much as I love the T-posing goblins. Okay, Azhag the Slaughterer is back, as is Clubber, but we don't. Oh, so Ublug Pig Kisser and Throg Murderer. All that. Oh, there's you. Hello. Okay, let's get Azhag. Azhag is Slaughterer, which means he gets more leadership aura size and leadership effects. Good. Okay, fine. Let's get you in here. I'm hoping... Right, what do you have skill-wise? Let's have a look. You've got Soul Blight, that's fine. Spirit Leech, Inspiring Presence, and Root March. I mean, none of that is offensive to me. I'm okay with that. And you've also got 3 nice magical items we can pick up. It would be good to grab all of them if we could. And what else do you got? So, Upkeep Reduction for Orc and Big and Infantry. Interesting. And Frenzy for all of those. Okay. And you also get more melee defense, speed, and missile strength. So we're definitely going to be wanting orcs, orc biggins and orcs for your army. More shamans, that's pretty good as well. Vanguard deployment for orcs and big and infantry and cavalry units, pretty good. That's good. Enemy siege holdout time -3. Now we've got some food that can reduce it by minus. Is it -5? Holy crap! We could do 1-turn sieges. Jesus, that's awesome. Okay, great. We could potentially do that then. And okay, so that's his single tree that he gets, his specific tree. He doesn't start with a lot of health, does he? Oh, poor Azhag. But he's on our side now, and he's going to help us do our caper, hopefully. Okay, where's Skarsnik? Skarsnik down here. I know you are, buddy. I know. Let's give you spiky weapons. Still got plenty of scrap. Okay, let's hit Aquitaine. Okay, I guess we'll have to I don't know if they've got another army. That's the only problem. Because I know Bordeaux is over here somewhere. If they've got a full stack, don't want to be sat right outside a city with a garrison and an army. So we're going to have to fight this battle. But, I mean, we fought these ones before and it's not particularly difficult. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have sent the squigs and the archers in at the same time, because the archers can't see the archers. The enemy archers can't see our archers, but they can just fire at the squigs and accidentally hit the... Well, never mind. Anyway, our squigs are bouncing here and there and everywhere towards the gatehouse. They've stopped. Now they're head. That's it. Get in there, boys. Don't be shy. Go on, eat the gates. Eat the gate. Oh, fine, they'll get there. And the rest of our night goblins heading up towards the wall, while our archers laying down fire. They are trying to hit this paladin here, and it's not work. Right. Well, I mean, we can see the problem, can't we? No. Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. They're goblins. I don't know what I'm expecting. They're not crack shots. They're crap shots. They're not crack shots. So goblins climbing up onto the wall. There they go. Little guys with big hearts. Someone's heart, anyway. So our archers raining down fire on the enemy archers, taking them out. There we go. They are now breaking and running, which is going to save them some damage. And now our goblins up on the wall. We are pretty much unopposed. Pretty much no one here to stop us. And where there is some resistance, we basically, you know, stab it. I mean, they've got a weapon strength of 19, and our weapon strength is, I want to say, more. 32. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Oh, look, the gates are down. And we cast Itchy Nuisance. That's right, they're now scrabbling around in their underwear, riddled with scabies or something. I mean, they're Bretonnian peasants. That probably was the case before we cast any magic on them. To be fair, they're probably used to itching and scratching all over the place. They're riddled. Let's be honest, they're absolutely riddled. Some of the archers opening fire up on the wall. We've got quite a little engagement going on here. Some squires fighting with the night goblins, but I think we have the upper hand. Get them, lads. No, that's my line, you jerks. Okay, squigs charging in. We're going to take the city centre. The Knights of the Realm have been caught without the ability. They didn't get a charge off, which is good. And also, we're now going to use Skarsnik's War, which is going to buff up our armour piercing, which is going to be useful against the Knights Errant as well. So they're going to be taking a lot of damage. Plus, they're poisoned. That's not helping them. And their armor's been debuffed thanks to the rollers, which is quite a nice little use. I mean, Goblin armies particularly have a real issue with armor piercing damage. So the fact that you can debuff their armor now really does mean you kind of like have so many more options available to you. I mean, unless you're going to use fanatics, in which case just use fanatics. That works too. So the knights are being trashed. They're going to have to run away. Is there more knights hanging around somewhere? I get the feeling... Ah, here they are. Yes, we've got some Knights of the Realm coming around. And we are engaging what's left of the Bretonnian infantry. The nasty skulkers there. Combat's currently even, so they're not getting the benefit of their buff, which they only get when they're winning. Because that's that, you know, nasty skulkers, they like a fight when they're winning, basically. And they're now winning. Yeah, then you can see the buff going off because they're now winning that engagement. And the foot squires are losing. And some Knights of the Realm have come back to the fight. I think they're trying to retake the city centre, which we take, and I don't like that. So in come the Squig Hoppers again. Their armour gets debuffed, and they get chewed up. Okay. Look at that. It's good. Sack. That also removes the walls. Makes it easier to hit them next turn. Oh, Sword of Anti-Heroes, which is quite nice. Shrink Gatherer, all that kind of good stuff. We'll skedaddle over here. Do something like that. Ooh, I kind of want to get Ambusher. Let's do that. Let's get Ambusher. And if I mean, it's tricky because we can instantly go into raid-in stance at the end of every turn and get that replenishment. It kind of makes more sense to not ambush and go into. I'll be honest. Raiding stance. I mean, ambush stance is basically my go-to pretty much all the time because it's one of the best ways of getting the AI to actually like come at you, because a lot of the time it won't bother. It will stay far away from you. It will only attack you when it knows it can win, which is a bit like, you know, the player, I guess, but it basically makes it quite obnoxious. But if you do this, of course, they're more likely to actually just walk into you, and then you can kill them and actually fight the big battles, which I like. I mean, it has got better. There was a point, I think, when Warhammer 2 came out, when the AI was so calculating. I wouldn't say it was like particularly smart. It was fine, but it was very, very good at. Hello. Peace treaty. It was very good at like measuring exactly that it could sack a city and then it could march away and be, you know, a pixel away from your avenging army. And that was quite irritating. So thankfully it's not quite as dickish as that. And perhaps a more humble approach, sure. Now, Grom hasn't been spotted as of late. So let's bring Azhag down here. The idea being that we might be able to lure the dwarves into attacking us, and then we can murder the bully lot of them. Okay, more 6. Oh, apparently there's a hag merchant over there. And we got walls coming up in our cities. That's good. So I'll keep the Empire at bay should they decide to attack us. So I'm going to wait there and hope we can pick off the dwarf armies. We took a little bit of a beating, but not too bad. And looks like there's another army in attendance, which is what I was kind of worried about. So I didn't want to end up like having to fight the garrison, the army that was in the city, and this stack as well, because that would be quite nasty. This is fine. I mean, look, it's a bunch of men at arms with. I mean, that's literally. It just screams throw fanatics at me, please. At the moment, one of the few units the Bretonnian army can see is Skarsnik. It's one of the things I often forget about when playing Skarsnik, is the fact that he's visible. Most of his units aren't. So they can see the Snotling pump wagons because they're not invisible. Pretty much everything else is stalking, apart from the rock lobbers, and the squigs are currently hidden in the forest. Okay, there we go. Squigs coming out of the forest. They spotted some of our units, and they're all clumped up. Now that would be. I mean, when you're fighting fanatics, guys, you don't clump up. It's just a thing you don't do because of this. Well, and then some more fanatics coming out. I mean, that was. So, they used to have an army, and the Squig Hoppers are now just hunting down the survivors, because there's basically no. We just evaporated their army with fanatics. The units on the left flank managed to get away scot-free, but now, of course, all of our goblins turn around and jump them. So this isn't going to work out very well for them. In comes some more night goblins. This is where I wish I had more fanatics, but unfortunately I've used them all. Sad times. But you know what? I feel like the fanatic toll there was pretty good. basically their entire army was just mangled in one. Well, that was singularly absolutely brutal. I loved every second. That was fantastic. Oh, that was good. Let's sack it again, just for funsies. Also, we're just leveling Scarsnick up. That's the idea here. So let's bring you back. Let's get a little replenishment going on. We actually healed from that battle. That was good. We actually healed. Good. Let's. Ooh. I'm kind of thinking maybe go down this route. Income from raiding. I mean, income, I feel like sacking. And then we can get proper tough, because that's going to give us more campaign movement range. That's good. Ready and waiting gives us more reinforcement, which is trash, to be honest. But, I mean, upkeep reduction as well would be quite nice. Also, Curse to Bad Moon. I mean, not the best spell that you can, not the best spell in the game, but better than a kick in the teeth.
What do you want?
Oh, Throgger, do I want you in my army? Nah, I think I'm alright. Can you just, like... I don't want you to block them, because I want them to come at me. Oh, we got research. Where's research? There's research. Okay, let's go for the trolling. You can't teach a fish to climb a tree, but you can teach a troll to hit things harder. Fair enough. So that's going to unlock scrap upgrades for trolls, river trolls, and stone trolls, and also increase their weapon strength by 10%. Which I'm all about. Okay, so we keep an eye on Karakadron. Well, that doesn't look too bad, to be honest. We should be able to... If we can just break past this. Hello? Hello? Bosh. Hello?
Grom's gonna conquer these gates.
Right, I learnt my lesson. Kill the Slayers. Shoot them. Fill them full of arrows. Oh, good for you. Right, we're going to send Grom in, because Grom was pretty tanky, and he is pretty tanky, and he should be able to deal with them fairly easily. Graham's also getting sent in, because he should be able to hold them in place while we fill them full of arrows. Meanwhile, our goblins are pinning down the Longbeards. That's working out quite well, actually. Our goblins pretty tanky, as long as they're not fighting Slayers. And the trolls are making an absolute mess of the Dwarven rear. In more ways than one, probably, because if you see a horde of trolls coming towards you, your rear is going to be a mess regardless. I expect you to die, Mr. Dwarf. There's Mary Berry getting stuck in. What the fuck do you have got in your net, love? What's that? Why has it got tentacles? You know what? I don't ask, don't tell. Okay, the Slayers, lots dead thanks to Archer Fire. And we're going to continue that trend by finishing them off with Archer Fire. Grom, meanwhile, has managed to rack up 48 kills. Yep, lots of arrow fire coming in from all directions. That's what I like. What I don't like is Slayers. Do not like the Slayers. Fill them full of arrows. Grom is murdering his way through. There goes the War. The Slayers have been whittled down, which is good. There we go. They are now breaking. What's left of the Dwarf forces is being overrun. There we go. That's what we needed to do. Left them bloodied and battered. And hopefully we should be able to check now. What we can do, actually, now we've got Azhag here, is we can lay siege to the city and then take out the army outside it, which is a trick the AI uses a lot. And in fact, the trick I just used here, which is to put an army in ambush and then you can just put a single lord anywhere nearby. It doesn't even need to have an army. If you're having trouble getting AI forces to come out of a defensive position to attack you and run into your ambush, use a single lord. The AI loses its fucking mind when it sees like an army it can kill. It will head straight for you. It doesn't give a shit. So you can easily use that trick to like lure out AI armies and do stuff like that. We don't have much territory. Grant the Crest, sure, I don't care. Ostermark's dead, really. Oh, it's old Glad Daddy.
Shall not ignore the forms. Talk, beast. Then
No,
I veto
stop talking all Shakespeare, you posh twat. What a knob. Right.
Grom the Paunch.
So, what we can do is stop that. And we can lay siege to the city and encircle it. And then we can bring Grom in. And as you can see, they can't bring the reinforcements in from the city because we've got it under siege. It's under siege, so the reinforcements can't come out, even though our reinforcing army is the one that's sieging the city. And then we can just auto-resolve that, and jobs are good. Ooh, Crown of Commands. There we go. And the Hammer of Gork, Goblin Rock Lobber, and Thief Robbers. All that kind of good stuff. God, so much stuff. Right, and then we should just be able to... Can I just auto-resolve this?
The Goblin King never loses.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Let's sack. New ingredient. Is that for killing dwarves? Probably. Have we got the dwarf ale? Slayer King Slayer. So as Hag gets more melee attack. Magic resistance. Oh, that would probably give Grom, actually. Maybe if we can kill Ungrim with Grom. Someone did say if you can kill Balthazar, because he gives 10 armor to all of your units, doesn't he? So we could have 82 armor goblins. That's quite... That's the whole thing, isn't it? Right, let's just occupy. I think we'll keep this one. I think we will. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Let's get... Right, Azhag, can you get back out? You can't get back over here. Tell you what, just march over there. You've got a skill point. What do we want to pop that in? I guess the boys. Do you want to do that? Yeah, okay. As soon as you're mostly just going to have, you know, bog standard boys, may as well... Oh, we got upgrades for our trolls. So what can we get? Imperfect Vigor or more weapon strength? Well, Perfect Vigor is nice. However, 25% increased weapon strength. So I'd put them at over 100 weapon strength, wouldn't it? Is Perfect Vigor good? It's good for the longer battles, isn't it? They just don't get tired. Vigor's one of those things. Actually, your tired units have quite a big debuff. But you don't see it. So it's difficult to tell if it's good or not. I mean, these guys... I mean... I feel like weapon strength is probably the more useful one more often. Like, Perfect Vigor is fine, but only for long battles. You know, right, here's my thinking. Right, Perfect Vigor is quite useful if you're using it to attack, like, settlements. If it is on infantry and using attack settlements, because that infantry can climb a wall and they're fine when they get to the top. Right, most units, they climb a wall, they're exhausted when they get to the top. Perfect Vigor, obviously that wouldn't happen. They get to the wall, they're as fresh as a daisy. However, trolls don't need to do that. So I think reinforced weapons. So it's going to cost us 50 scrap, but I think it's well worth dropping reinforced weapons on all of our trolls. There we go. Okay, good. And then Grom is going to get... I mean, our Goblin Archers are kind of getting... Savage, Smart, so that's Rock Lobbers, that's for... Now, our Trolls actually do... They are gold chevrons, so is it worth getting the bigger and strongest? I mean, we've already given them a lot. Ooh, and then we can get the Great One is Ear. So, gives base weapon damage, more melee attack for 20 seconds. I'll take that. That can't go wrong. So, I can't tell if... Because I think this just takes it... So we've got 191 weapon strength, which is a lot. So when they hit someone, that person will know it. I mean, well, they'll see it coming anyway, and after that, they won't see anything ever again. But you know what I mean. So, Mary Berry, teach them right. No greenskin would be foolish enough to act out a turn around a river troll hag, unless she decide they require her often fatal attentions. Oh, yeah, sure, let's do that. And I guess devastate, more speed. I guess more speed. No. Let's go Doom and Darkness. Just because a big debuff of leadership could well break an enemy army. That's my thinking. Let's get... I kind of got all the good spots. I mean, Brainbuster's fine, but it's not as good as Headbutt. Let's get more Headbutt. Oh, you've got 2 skill points. Oh, in that case, get more Scouting as well. Okay. You should be good to go in 1 turn, and then we can head south. I would, if we can peace out with Manfred's, that would be useful, because I don't really want to be at war with Manfred's, if I can help it. Cretinous? Oof. The barefaced cheek. I mean, I could go and beat up, I could send Azhag to go and kick the shit out of the Empire a bit more. That would probably... On the other hand, if I want Azhag to kind of run around kicking the shit out of... people and, you know, sacking their cities, it's probably best to be at war with more people, because then I get more stuff to steal.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
I know you do, Skarsnik. I know you do, buddy. That's it. Keep feeding people in, and I'll raise it this time. Bop, bop, bop. Lots of people dead. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, go and take Bordeaux, because then you get a big port with big money. And the only... Right, so the issue with this is that at that point, we are sort of bordering... What the fuck? What the hell is going on here? Is this Marathi? Are you... Is Marathian... What the... Why is there so much corruption? The crap? Chaos corruption. What's causing that? Oh, it's going down. Oof, it's weird. Like a lot of okay, well that's fine. That's a thing. Right, let's get Spite to Bad Moon, because that's going to give us a nice little AoE effect that we can drop on stuff, which is good. And I mean, money's looking okay at the moment. We're okay for about 10 turns with our current level of income. Obviously, we want to get Azhag an army. And they are going to start recruiting an army fairly soon. They might be. We need to move ASAP and use the momentum we've got. Now, there's not a very big garrison at Karakadrin, so you probably want to take that. However, at that point, we are bordering Manfred, who obviously we did run up and kick in the nuts several times. So, well, once. So he's probably not hugely happy with us, I'm going to guess. I imagine there's a teensy little bit of him that's a little bit maybe upset about that whole shooting him full of arrows thing. So we are either going to need to peace out with him, or alternatively, we need to get Azhag an army so he can repeatedly just kick the shit out of him while Grom heads south. Because we do need Grom to head south. We do need Grom to go and meet up with our muscle, Grimgor Ironhide. So, now, I haven't met Grimgor yet.
Ready?
However, using this sneaky little trick, I'm going to suggest that most of this belongs to Grimgor, which is not an expansive empire, but it's something. Maybe Wurzag's dead. I hope not. I hope he's okay. We'll have to go and check. We might be able to get Wurzag to respawn if he has died. It's a bit of work, but potentially possible. So we might need to do that, but it does look like Thorgrim has all of this territory around here. Is this Kazakarak? Oh no, that's Kazakarak. He is Kazakarak. That's Mount Gumbad. Right, so we want to try and clean out these mountains because that would be good. But at the same time, of course, Manfred doesn't like us, so we might have to start killing him, which might upset Vlad, and then we'll have to kill Vlad as well. And we're also at war with quite a lot of the Empire. So, you know, plenty of targets to hit, and that's the main thing. Because, you know, wouldn't want to run out of places to sack, would we? And this way, I never will. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.